What's going on, guys? It's Colin here for NextGenTactics, and today I'm talking about something that I've reached a level of competence at that I think is decent, although I'm no master, and that's recoil control. It also explains why I use only a couple of weapons most of the time as I try and master this technique. So first off, I'm going to drop an entire magazine of the M16 A3 with no recoil control. You can see it kicks up and to the right. Now, controlling that recoil is very natural to me because I only have to draw the mouse slightly downwards and in towards my body, down and to the left. I'm right-handed. So there's another full magazine dropped while I'm trying to, just gently pull that mouse down and to the left. And I can keep my reticle on target, although you can see that there's a fairly significant spread pattern when I do that. Now I'm going to couple that with firing in, 10-round bursts or so. And as you can see there, we're going to tighten up that pattern significantly. That was a few more than 10. But still, quite a tight bullet spread, and that's what I'm going for, and that's going to help me drop enemies quicker. Now, with no recoil control, I'm just going to go with short bursts. And as you can see, because of that initial recoil, you still get a pretty tight pattern, but it takes you longer to get bullets on target. So what I like to do is go with the longer bursts and recoil control. There I'm tap firing much like you would have done in Bad Company 2, and as you can see, it reduces that horizontal recoil, so you're not kicking to the right, but it does still kick up substantially. So that is not the most effective technique that I've found in order to drop enemies quickly. Those 10-round bursts and drawing the mouse down and slightly to the left. Now I'm going to suicide and come in with a different kit. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing with the AK-74M. First drop an entire magazine, no recoil control. Now I'm going to show the effects of the tap firing. So it reduces horizontal recoil, but you still get a lot of vertical kick. Now what I'm going to try and do is lay down an entire magazine, controlling the recoil, and I'm primarily just sort of drawing back on the mouse in this case, because there is no defined horizontal pattern as it kicks upwards. And if I couple that recoil control, drawing straight back on the mouse, with about 10-round bursts, then I'm able to put down quite a tight bullet spread. I've tried this out as well on the console. Same principle applies with your thumbstick. I've noticed a lot of players on the console, because it's a little bit more, or less precise, I guess, with a thumbstick, opting to do like the 2 to 3 round bursts. And I think if you practice with your thumbstick, it might help to have a higher sensitivity. You can still very effectively control the recoil. I was able to do it quite efficiently on the Xbox once I got used to the different feel of the thumbstick. So the reason that I'm doing this video is because I've gotten a lot of comments around, I'm so sick of M16 gameplay. But for me, that's because the recoil control is so natural to draw that mouse downwards and towards me. In a little bit here, we'll take a look at the AEK-971, which was another favorite of mine, although much less so now since the patch. And you'll see why once we look at these spread patterns. But you can see, fairly tight firing patterns. And that's what you want. If you're trying to drop somebody quickly, you don't want to be spraying bullets all over the place. So combining recoil control with controlled bursts, which are longer than what used to be effective in a game like Bad Company 2, I think you're going to find you're being a lot more successful in dropping targets quickly. So now let's have a look at the AEK-971. Now in this first clip, I'm running with the foregrip, and then when we cut back, it will be without foregrip, and you can definitely see the difference in the recoil patterns, but it should be noted that the AEK does seem to kick up and to the left. Now I find that a compensation down and to the right, where I'm kind of going away from my body, is less natural, which is why I kind of favor the M16 now over the AEK. Pre-patch, however, where the recoil was greatly reduced with a suppressor, I found that to be less of an issue. But anyway, if you're struggling, take your favorite weapon or kit, go into an empty server, and just drop the hammer and see what you get for results. Now, without the foregrip, you can see that it kicks more to the left, but the bullet spread is tighter. So, that's a trade-off that you have to decide to make in order to equip certain attachments. So by all means, go and play around. If there's something that you'd like me to analyze for you, or you're kind of curious to get my thoughts on it and you've already done the analysis, then let me know in the comments section, because I'd like to do more quick videos like this. I will be posting more of these on NextGenTactics, and I'll be back in the next few days with another Bring Your X game with Rival X Factor. Hope you enjoyed this video, or at least found it helpful. I know that it's a little bit different from my normal gameplay videos, but I did want to cover this off. And now you should have the ability on console and PC alike to find an empty server in order to play around and try some things out in order to help improve your game. But that's about it for me. We'll be back in the next few days with another episode of Bring Your X Game, as well as some different series that I'm going to be trying out here on NextGenTactics. Cheers, guys. We'll talk soon.